Right, let's talk about the tie tonight then. Arguably, look, the tie of the last 16. How excited are you for this one?
Wow. As you said in the build-up there, this could have been many people's final. And again, wonderful listening to Pochettino there, because I was getting little goosebumps, because when we talk about Man City, we talk about Liverpool and how they, or Chelsea even, aspire to win this, and if Pep fails, if he doesn't win it. And you've got the likes of PSG mounting a bid to win it first time in 50 years. And you've got Real Madrid with all their history there. It just makes this competition so wonderful. And what you look at in that PSG lineup are stellar players. Some who are coming towards the end of their career, some who are still very much at the beginning. And yeah, what a mouth-watering tie. Although I have to say, Man City, big tie as well.
OK, yeah, it's really the same. OK. It's funny because you mentioned those kind of stellar names. I suppose no more stellar than Lionel Messi. And I suppose Real Madrid probably thought, like, it's the last we've seen of him since he left Barcelona. And now he's back again. Do you think, does it work like this as a player? Is it extra motivation for him, the fact that he's facing Real Madrid as a former Barcelona legend?
I'm sure there's a part in there. And again, when you're looking at, I look at the superstar players, and there's this kind of ambivalence towards it. You want them to cherish every moment and take every game and sort of bring in all the nostalgia and heighten their performances. And on the other side of it, you want them to just go out there and be the machine that is unbreakable. And at times, Messi seems to have displayed both. And I say a bit of ambivalence because you love seeing it, and then it really frustrates you if he doesn't raise his game and plays like a machine that's not working. But I'm sure, again, going to PSG, there was one reason for that, and that was to win Champions League, not Liga. Is an opportunity here to, as you say, against Real Madrid, to really, I'm going to say, Rob and I often talk about the laugh emojis. I'm sure there'd be a few laugh emojis going around Lionel Messi's phone if they can beat Real Madrid.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Do love that. It's one of my most recent emojis, David.
Oh, it's wonderful.
When we know that Messi's fit, we know Mbappe's fit as well, and Neymar, a bit of a doubt still. He has been back in training after that ankle injury. Do they need that front three to get past Real Madrid in the form that Real are in at the moment? No.
I was looking at the makeup. I have to say, Liga hasn't been my focus this season. You look at those three, and again, names on paper or on a team sheet, there's a fear factor there. Mbappe, of course, because he's scoring goals. Messi, who isn't scoring lots of goals, but is heavily influential in performances. Again, we mentioned it earlier, the role of a player in a successful team. Well, Messi's isn't to score goals at the moment. But when you look at the midfield and the defence of PSG, they are contributing lots of goals. 4 or 5 players who scored 2 or 3, not massive amounts, but there's a lot of goals coming from those positions. You look at Real Madrid, I think there's one player, I'm just having a quick look here, Nacho, I think, who scored in the league at least, who scored a couple of goals. There's no one else near him in that sense. So they're heavily dependent on the likes of Benzema to score goals. So I think PSG have got the edge because they can score from multiple positions.
OK, PSG have got the edge. Who's the pressure on? Who's got more pressure on them? Because, of course, PSG, you mentioned it a minute ago, kind of like Manchester City in the fact that they've never won it before.
Yeah. I think PSG, yeah. Which sounds, again, it sounds a little bit odd, doesn't it, when you've got the heritage of Real Madrid and the expectation of Real Madrid and their fans. But PSG, like Manchester City, and you can't get away from it, have spent a lot of money to get themselves in this position. Slightly different levels of success, you would argue, considering the competitions that they're in. But yeah, and Poch, and it's very difficult for Poch. I think there's a lot of, when I say pressure, you've gone to a side expecting through recruitment to be successful in the Champions League, and also there's a lot of talk and a lot of links with Poch with different clubs around the world. So if you can't achieve it with PSG, then will these clubs still desire you? So again, so many different layers in this game, and it makes it so fascinating.
Yeah, it really does. Can't wait to watch it. Who are you going to be backing then for this one, David?
Well, other than Man City, PSG.
No, for this tie, OK?
Oh, for this tie, yeah.
Yes,
no, I'm going for PSG. I just think, as I say, they've got more goal scorers than Real Madrid. And I just hope for everyone watching, 5-4, something exciting with loads of goals.
Right, 5-4, I hope so. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Right.